Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Underground Rising right here on the Psychosin project. This is a show where I showcase bands that are either currently unsigned or on a smaller label, and I feel that some of you out there could really enjoy and should definitely check out. Today, talking about the Headstone Horrors and their 4-track EP, right here, if I can get it right in camera there, Like the Morgue. Who are the Headstone Horrors? Well, allow me to explain. The Headstone Horrors are a Nottingham-based horror punk band that formed back in late 2012, and they're currently signed to Headcheck Records, which is an indie record label. The members are Natalie on vocals, Jimmy on guitar and backing vocals, Paul on bass, and their drummer Joey. And they released a 4-track EP, which is the one I'm reviewing today, called Like the Morgue, back in April of this year. This year being 2014 if you're watching this at a future date. The first track of the EP is called The Bite, which starts with an atmospheric opening guitar, which then goes into just the guitar itself playing the main riff of the song, which then the band explodes and joins the guitarist in playing. The riff is catchy as hell. Then when Nat's awesome vocals kick in, they kind of remind me a bit of Patricia Day from the Horror Pops, with a touch of Gwen Stefani of No Doubt as well, but with a nice sort of punk rawness to it as well. There's superb backing vocal work from the guitarist and cross vocals near the end of the song between Nat and the guitarist. The bass and drummer keeping the low end superbly tight throughout the entire song. The second track on the EP is called Silent Moonlight, starts with a drum roll which goes into a fast and catchy riff. Again, the riffs on this song, really catchy, will be bouncing around your head for days. And that's alternating between her higher some vocals than the last song and her lower raw edge singing, which is something she does really effectively live and throughout the course of this EP. It's a fantastic. This song pretty much built to get the pits po going live, get something going. All the songs are probably that way as well. Again, this fantastic use of the switching between the lead vocalist and the guitarist, the backing vocalist, obviously. Fantastic sort of cross vocalisation as well. The gang vocals also kind of remind you a bit of the old school AFI vibe, like on songs like Days of the Phoenix, if you remember AFI from back then. You know, when they were really good and didn't turn into crap. Anyway. It's kind of, the gang vocals reminded me of the gang choruses on that, songs like that, in a good way, so yeah, don't take that as a damnation of the song. Anyway, on to the next one. Third track on the EP is the title track called Like the Morgue. This fades in with a long guitar note just ringing out. There are a few chords played slowly with the build up by the bass and the drums, and then just suddenly explodes into a bit of a essentially, I suppose you could call it a riff fest, with the chorus being shouted in that sort of typical punk gang vocal style over the top of the riffs and the drums and bass, obviously. Nat again switching between a normal sort of higher singing voice and a more rawer punk-edged sort of vocal style that she does. Catch Course will probably be stuck in your head for weeks. I know the first time I heard this live, back in probably around April actually, when they sported Hearts Under Fire in London. Just wouldn't leave my head, this bloody song. Anyway, near the end, the guitar is suddenly taking over lead vocals for a little while, for a nice change of bass pace with the song. Anyway, on to the last song of the EP. The last song on the EP is a song that listeners to my show on Total Metal Radio, www.totalmetalradio.com, check out my show, the Psychosin Project's on there every Friday from 9pm GMT, 4pm EST, and every Sunday from 7pm GMT, 2pm EST. I have played this song probably to death, rather appropriately, because the song is called Frankenstein's Girl. It starts with the bands and the vocals literally crashing in, gang vocals essentially, with Nat as well singing at the top. Then Natalie starts singing in a raw style, and then as the song gets going into the bit of a stop-start riff, she goes into her normal vocals and basically her normal song vocals, what I'm trying to say, fully showcasing her vocal versatility as a frontwoman for the band, all throughout. Guitar work, bass work, drum work, absolutely superb, tight as hell, this band. And then there's, for the chorus, both Natalie and the guitarist as well as the backup vocalist, both sort of doing really long long held vocal notes as well near the end of the chorus. And then there's a nice simple guitar solo that is basically played perfectly to complement the rest of the song, just before the last chorus. And then the EP just ends on the band, ironically enough, singing alive. So my final thoughts on this EP as a whole is, if you're looking for a bit of UK based horror punk, you can't go wrong really with the Headstone Horrors. Honestly, I've seen them live as well. If you get to see them live, definitely do it. Absolutely awesome live band. But even on the EP, although the production's not the best, in a way the rawness of the production essentially helps bring out the rawness of the punk style the band is going for. All in all, absolutely superb sort of EP, as it were. I'm looking forward to, hopefully they'll be doing an album at some point in the future. Definitely looking forward to that. I'm not the biggest punk fan in the world, so for a band of that style to really catch my attention, they've got to be something special. And to be honest with you, ladies and gentlemen, Headstone Horrors are definitely something special. Keep your eye out for them. Go check out their Facebook page as well. Just look up the Headstone Horrors. Sorry, not the Headstone Horrors, it's just Headstone Horrors even. And yeah, I will be back soon. I know I said I was going to do a video a day, but I've had a few things I've been trying to sort out, along with a few more interviews for the radio station on my show, along with, obviously they'll be posted here once they've been played on my show on the station. Thank you very much for watching. Feel free to subscribe. I hope you've enjoyed this, and I'll hopefully be back sooner than about 3-4 days since my last one. I'm looking to do another review, maybe another Underground Rising in a couple of days, and I'm going to start doing a couple of retro reviews because I've got a huge CD collection here, along with some more upcoming albums, because I'm being sent sort of pre-release stuff as well by a couple of record labels. Anyway, thank you very much for listening, thank you very much for watching, and hopefully, you know, feel free to subscribe. I hope you enjoyed. See you again soon.